Hello folks, this is Ken Button, and I'm going to show you today a quick screencast accompanied by written instructional here for setting up a Linode VPS, virtual private server. So we'll go up here to our address URL bar and type in linode.com. For those of you who do not currently have a Linode, you'll click the sign up button over here. Process takes roughly 5 minutes. Put your credit card in and simply choose one of the plans from what's here. And I think I'm going with I've got the Linode 1536 right now, I believe. So I'll go ahead and log in, and I've already got my username and password put in there. You'll see that the Linode Manager, which affords you the administration of the actual server with a GUI, a graphic user interface. I'm going to click Dashboard over here on the right hand side. Currently I have a Linode running and there's a server installed. It's so forth, you can see from here. What I'm going to do is rebuild this server so we can do a fresh clean wipe and start, and I'm going to use the Ubuntu 12.04 LTS, which stands for long-term support. I'm going to go with 1,000 megabytes of deployment disk space. I'm going to go with 512 megabytes of swap space, and my root password I will set. Simply click rebuild. OK on the dialog box, and you'll notice right here the system is shutting down. And I'll leave this go so you can see a real-time representation of how long it takes to set up Linode VPS. This particular screencast will be followed by others, so that we go from this section of setting it up and setting the host name, the time zone, doing software updates. We'll then move on to securing the Linode. Now that you see it's completed, we're going to go ahead and click boot. Confirm so with the dialog pop-up box, and soon you'll see the server status over here on the right go from powered off to running. Okay, now that we have a running server status and successfully booted into the new redistribution of the 12.04. Okay, so now we're going to open up Terminal. And we're going to SSH into the server. Connect to the Linode over here on this step. So now the private and public key encryption process begins here, and we're going to say yes, it's fine. Put our root password in. For those of you using Windows, you'll simply do this through the CMD prompt, the command prompt. Okay, so now you can see down here we are logged in as root at localhost, and the first thing we want to do is change that localhost hostname to something unique, and in this case I'm going to call it button block. Alright, now if I hit hostname, it should say button block, and it does indeed. Now we're going to edit the etc host file, so we'll do so using nano. You'll see in my instructions over here that I've got sudo nano. Sudo is what you would use presuming you are not logged in as the root user. However, since I am, I don't need to use that command. So, excuse me, hosts. Oops. Okay, now the host file pops up, and I noticed that I mistyped, and you'll see here that this is not the correct file, which explains why there's nothing here. So without saving anything, I'll Control X to get out of that, and I'll go into the proper file this time, etc hosts. There, the familiar line of information there. finish this out with local domain here and tab over to localhost. We'll come down here and just delete this whole line. And basically this is the configuration part here. We put in our IP. Whoops. Tab over to put in the rest. Okay, now Control O to save this, and then Enter to definitely save it, and then Control X will take you back to the terminal. Now the next thing we need to do is set the time zone. First we'll check it real quick to make sure that it's not already right, and you see there that it's UTC, so I want to actually change that to Eastern Time Zone. So we'll reconfigure TZ data. That'll pull up a GUI right there within your. Now you up and down arrow to the selected choice, and then you tab to click OK, and then Enter. Now the down button here again to Eastern, tab to click OK, and Enter. Okay, there we are. Now we'll come over here and finish up this aspect of it, and it says that our next step here is to install software updates. So we'll apt-get update. Oops, spelled it wrong. Did it again. Patience. Right click. Okay, I noticed that this is incorrect here. This that would be the correct code that we want to do next after this. So we come back in here and go apt-get upgrade show upgraded, and we say yes, and that should, when it finishes, conclude the successful setup of a Linode VPS. Now the following screencast will show securing that VPS so the server doesn't get hacked. And I'll wait for this to go ahead and finish so you see a real-time completion of it. And there we are. So I'll go ahead and this will conclude that video.